Just start recording now and then just like start one already. Alright, so let's... That's right, Kevin. That's right, Kevin. Just get it all out. Get it all out. We can still use this. Get it all out. What's that?
That reminds me of drama class.
Yeah. Right? That's so weird. Oh, sorry. Are we counting?
You know which one was always the weirdest one for me?
Yeah.
The one where they go like, ma.
That might be a Louis C.K.'s
My professor made us go I can't even aluminum, linoleum, and like repeatedly. I'm like, I spent half of the semester like, what the hell is she saying? It's like, I don't know what I'm saying. I was literally
there was a funny Filthy Frank episode where he's like, how to be a gentleman. It said a gentleman is articulate. So they put electric dog collar on one of the guys, and it was like, you gotta do this tongue twister. If you get it wrong, you get shocked.
That's exactly right.
He's like, Peter Parks.
Oh my gosh! All right, welcome to the podcast, guys. FPD podcast. Here we have Devon. What's up, Devon?
How you doing?
We got my boy Kev Love.
What's up? Wow, that's a really...
And we got your nigga Joe Gay. You know what's good. Yeah, so we're going to start this podcast. This is just going to be us fooling around, trying to get some more content because, like, we post things once every 7 months.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so...
Once every 10 years and shit.
Yeah, so we got to, like, stay on that.
It's just when seasons and the moon aligns, you know?
Yeah, like...
We cannot release if it's not winter.
It's got to be the vernal equinox.
Exactly. It has to be the winter.
As they say in Texas, you know, we film every time the cows come home.
Right?
I don't know if they say that in Texas.
Honey, the cows are home!
Until the fat lady sings.
Right? Freaking Mars has to be in retrograde. Anyways, yeah, so as you can tell, school's kept us really busy. Mm-hmm. Like Devon, especially because he goes to school upstate, and he's like our unspoken leader. Like he's got the camera, he's got the like acting experience.
I got everything now.
Yeah, right?
No, he pretty much does have everything.
He is funny by the fall. So, that's why when he's gone, like we don't even get the chance to record. But we do have like skits in the work. We got about 2 skits that just have been on the back burner while we've been studying. Me and Kevin have been also working with some scripts and like analyzing films, do some homages, you know, put some references with our skits and like make it clutter. So that's something to look out for when you're watching. Are we recording? Alright, so yeah, so we're working hard on that. Hopefully we'll get a few. We've been looking to do some collabs as well with some other YouTubers, try to get some buzz.
Like Jorge went out to network with people. He went to this shoe shining place, right?
Yeah.
Well, not shoe shining place, but this guy on YouTube.
Yeah, we did a meetup, with gentleman's meetup.
Yeah.
And we went like literally, it was just shoe shining and it was a small, imagine like a small room full of like shoes, because this was a store. It wasn't like
it was a store?
It was like the size of this living room.
It'll be weird if it was this guy's basement or like his house.
It might as well have been. It's like the size of his living room, and it had like $300 shoes everywhere that no one bought.
I'm surprised he's still in business.
Not a single person. I looked it up online.
Wasn't there a requirement to like come in a suit or something?
No, it wasn't a requirement. It was just like just casual.
Because like the pictures you sent, I was just like, it's a good thing I didn't win because I don't own a suit.
Yeah, I've seen you. You look like a pedophile.
Dude, it's just a fucking hat, my guy.
No, it's totally...
No, it's just a hat.
It's totally universal. I've never seen you in a dress shirt.
What the fuck you mean you never see me in a dress shirt?
I've never seen you in a dress shirt. Even when you go to a job interview, you come in like a cum-stained shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but it was a gentleman's meetup. We had fun. I spoke to Antonio from Real Men's Real Styles. Go subscribe. Yeah, and like he gave us a lot of YouTube advice, and also they have like camera guys and everything. I spoke to the camera guys. What programs do they use? We're more or less like what we have now. We're more or less set to like do something professional. Anyways, but yeah. So how you guys been, guys? Been a while. Well, I saw you the other day, but
yeah. I'll let Devon go first.
Well, been chilling. Finals is crazy. I've been grinding at school and all that. It's my last year, my last semester. So basically I'm about to graduate. I just gotta finish this semester. It's coming up. Taking a lot of, lecture classes, acting classes, and stuff like that. Oh, and I have a capstone project that I will put on Funny by Default's page by like May. It's gonna be a huge mockumentary about theater. So I hope y'all looking forward to that. It's one of my biggest projects in school right now. But, I've been chilling, partying. Fraternity life it chose me. So I mean, just doing all that, you know? No, just I'm actually in CSA, Caribbean Student Association, so I've been grinding with that too. So basically, in a nutshell, college has been hard, but it's treating me well. You know, I'm still alive. You know,
you're not even like getting to the meat of it. You were like the other day, was just like, I can't come home today. You're like, why not? Because there's a blizzard.
Oh yeah,
like, what the hell?
A random blizzard just showed up out of nowhere, like a wild blizzard. Like, you know how Pokemon is like a wild like Rattata, a wild blizzard. Like, I was supposed to go on the train. And then I woke up, it was white outside, plus the snow. And then, literally, it was white. Oh yeah, and it was snow. Fredonia in a nutshell. But
this is Buffalo in general, dude.
Yeah, so I called my friend. He was like, "Yo, I can't get out. I can't get my car out of my driveway." I'm like, "Damn, use my ride to Buffalo to get the train." So I was like, "You could have told me this earlier. I would have walked through the snow." But like, I tried to walk through the snow with my suitcase. I nearly died. I'm surprised I came back to my house. So I had to postpone my trip to the next day. Then I realized my friend couldn't pick me up, so I had to postpone it later. And basically, I got to the train, and it was like 12 hours later, I was in New York City.
Just a few hours before the derailment, too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
In Washington, D.C., I believe?
I can't believe
I was in Washington State.
Oh, Washington State.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in D.C.
I didn't even know Amtrak goes that far.
Oh, Washington State?
Yeah, it was
super far.
Yeah, I thought it was D.C.
Like, I must be thinking Metro North, because they were like, it starts from something and it ends at, like, the tip of Canada. So I was like, oh, must be, like, I confused it. Wow.
Yeah. But, like, my prayers go out to families, you know, the people who died or the people who got injured, you know.
Like, this is why he's such, like, I'm such a douchebag. I saw that and I muttered to myself, lucky bastards. That's,
Gotta keep it PC.
Yeah, right. I'm saying, I was at my friend's house too, and he wasn't. I was there when I went to pick up the stupid thing. His sisters were there, and I was just like, "Lucky bastards!" And they were just like, "They're looking at me."
Did you say that louder than you anticipated?
No, I just said it. I didn't filter it. I was like, "Lucky bastards!" I wish that were me. Like, they were like 7 or dead. I was like, "I wish that were me."
Their whole family's there.
Right? Like,
Shoot. And then that day, Joe immediately bought a train ticket.
So on the train every day. Your wife left you, so you just go on the train
every day. Hoping for a train crash.
Yeah, but like this is very soon, to be honest.
Yeah,
and so we just like
our condolences to the family.
Yeah, our prayers go out.
For sure.
Our humor is just very dark.
No, yeah, so, we don't have like any filter really. Yeah. Our only rules here would not to get political.
Which we are about to do now.
Let me tell you about them Dems. The Democrats.
As a proud communist.
Let me tell you, my time spent with the KKK, I can tell you some great.
That's not even a political party.
No, they're actually political now.
What? Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty sure they're a political party now.
They're
like organized now. Like
no, they're not. They're just a group. They're not a political party.
They're like saying like
it's like saying Black Lives Matter is a political group.
Yeah, no, that's...
I'm not comparing those two. Don't get that wrong.
No,
I'm not.
God.
Fascist.
But they're like, they're groups.
There's groups.
Yeah.
It's just not
any political groups.
They just don't start arson. We went from like a train derailment to the KKK.
That's where it started with the first derailment.
Oh, snap. Oh, Kevin, too soon.
What are you...
you know how many like train derailments have happened like within like the year or so? Like this is the first time I hear one out of New York. Like, what is
it happens a lot.
It happens a lot, dude.
Yeah, a lot. Like, Amtrak is dangerous.
Because it gets all icy, and these dudes just go, like, at 3 a.m., just go, like, 300 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And they forget about sharp turns. I'm not kidding. That's a few times it's happened. Because they forget about the stupid turns.
I just never heard of any other than, like, the Long Island Railroad.
Dude, these trains, New trains here, the Metro thing, whatever.
The A-train derailed before. Yeah. Like, recently.
Oh, yeah. When was, like, where was that?
That was, like, months ago, though. I forgot. It was probably, like, in Manhattan.
I don't think it was in Manhattan. I think it was in Brooklyn.
I was going to school once, and like
I heard it. I just didn't know where it was.
Yeah, I went to school one time. You remember that professor I told you about that like slaps kids and he was super racist and everything? Mm-hmm. I went for his class, and I was like, all right, I'm doing good. I'm here early. And then I get to the train station. There's police tape everywhere. I'm like, oh crud. And they're like, oh, I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, the G train just derailed. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, no, it just got off the tracks and then like hit a wall or something. So I'm like, how am I gonna get to school? And he's like, I don't know.
Just drop out, kid.
He's like, here's what you're gonna. He just told me take a picture of the police tape, and I'm like, what the hell's that gonna do?
Just not the actual scene, just police tape.
It's a police tape.
It could be anywhere.
Right? And I went to the professor. I was like, dude, the train derailed, and he's like, I don't care.
No, what if he just failed you on the spot?
He probably would. He has done that.
Yeah, I know professors that'll do that.
Speaking of school, though, Kevin, you had a story about this freak, some Indian freak in your class.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drop any names though because like I don't want them to like.
That's defamation. That's illegal.
They have my phone number, so if they text me,
we would have had to shut down this podcast the first day because you committed a felony.
No, I just don't want to wake up to a text just like I know where you live, fucker.
Oh my gosh!
No, because like we had to exchange numbers because we were doing
He's one of our 10 subscribers. He knows about your life.
I know where you live.
Oh,
I'm coming for you. No, but yeah, fucking. So I've been taking this public speaking class, and like one of the things we have to do is like speak in front of the class. Like we got to prepare like outlines and everything, and like
I dropped out of that class immediately.
Yeah, I feel like I should have.
I mean, I'm a music.
Don't you
major.
need it?
Yeah, you need it.
You need
You
it.
need it to graduate.
I don't need it. I was a music major, so my singing classes and everything kind of like substituted for it. But yeah, I saw the prerequisites. I'm like, oh, gosh.
Technically, I didn't need it, but I just took it from my comm minor.
Yeah,
but like from my major, like my acting would have took over it. So
I don't even think they like forced me to take it. I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. I guess I can use the public speaking for something.
Mm-hmm.
God knows I'm not using it now, but still, like, so it was just this dude, like, he would show up always, like, it was an hour-long class, like, in the morning, 8 in the morning. He would show up, like, around, like, 8:45, 8:30, like, just, like, opens the fucking door, like, you hear the door slam, and, like, he just comes in with a bottle of soda. It's not even, like, Coke or Pepsi, it's always, like, some weird soda, like a fucking Mountain Dew Holiday Brew, or, like some
specific.
Like, it was always that, but, like, it was always, like, just some weird fucking soda that, like, nobody ever buys and nobody ever heard of. So, like, he would just always come in class, sit down, right? And, like, it's always, like, a conversation sort of thing. It was, like, mainly conversational stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, he would just come in out of nowhere and just, like, immediately jump into the conversation, like, not knowing what the fuck is going on. And I'm just like, you just got here. How the fuck you gonna jump into a conversation without, like, some context at all?
Let me tell you about the Louisiana Purchase.
Public speaking class. Let me tell you about quadratic equations. You know how my wife left me.
Oh my gosh! Let me tell you about Susan. You Susan. He starts complaining.
But I got this funny story. So basically, there was this finance professor in my school. I don't know his name, so I can't drop his name even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So literally, he promised his kid. He was like, "Yo, if you get 100 on this midterm, you could smoke weed in the class."
Oh yeah.
So basically, he was like, "Okay, bet I'll get this 100." So he got 100 in the midterm, and then the next day in the class, he was in the back of the class. There's a huge lecture hall. He started smoking a bowl.
Oh my! A bowl?
A bowl, not even like a spliff or anything.
You told me this before, but I didn't know it was a bowl. That's ridiculous.
It was a bowl. That's the worst thing. I'm like, that creates more smell. So, lo and behold, the professor was like, I don't care. You could do whatever you want. And he actually got fired after.
I mean, dude smoked a bowl. I thought it was like a spliff. They
no,
just rolled up a joint.
it was
like
a bowl. I'm like, bro, if you're gonna do that and be ballsy, you could have just got a vape or something.
Like, I would have understood if it was like even a joint stinks, dude. Like, you can't just smoke.
Yeah, well, a vape would be the best part to do.
Yeah, vape is mostly
it doesn't
water
smell.
vapor.
Yeah, it doesn't smell.
I mean,
and it's like, to me, it's stronger. Like, you can do.
Like, it doesn't really smell. I was confusing with hookah. Hookah really smells.
Hookah. I don't know how people could do hookah.
Dude,
to be honest,
you know what it feels like? Just smelling it, it smells like people are inhaling, like, you know that instant tea, like instant iced tea.
Yeah,
it smells like they're just inhaling that dust.
It's just inhaling like incense.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Why do you do that to yourself? I can't even like stand next to a hookah place.
I mean, I like the smell of it. I just can't do it. Like, I hate it.
It's suffocating to me. I don't know
because like your lungs is like on fire.
My lungs are garbage 24/7.
Yeah,
yeah. Like I was telling. Do you remember the? I didn't tell. I was gonna tell Kevin, but Kevin went to go cuck off. But the Neanderthal guy, my general psych class.
Yeah, you briefly told me about that, but
yeah,
refresh my memory.
Well, dude, I'm just gonna like jump into it. Dude is like horrible. He did everything from like disrupt the class to sexually harass me. And I know I sound like an...
So he sexually harassed you?
Yeah. I know I sound like some sort of STJ with like, he literally sexually harassed me, like Zarna or whatever. But no, that dude actually legitimately, I didn't even know what was going on until like after. I was like, I just got sexually harassed. Holy crap. Much like Kevin's guy, this dude literally, he would walk in like late and would come in with like snacks. This dude just, I swear, I try to sit as far away as possible from him, but I like to sit like in front of the class, like in the middle. Mm-hmm. And that's normally where like the empty seats are, because all the students like they hide in the back like cowards. So I'm always like, he's always sitting behind me, and like this dude, I swear, one time he just took like a bag of chips and a can of soda and just like as loud as he could.
Oh no, he was lip smacking?
No, he was doing everything.
Oh my god!
The professor stopped and looked dead in his eyes because that's how loud he was, and he's like. I can't. It just like takes like his, I don't know, like it's like notebook, just like.
Wait, you took out a page?
Might as well. He was that kind of loud.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, the professor hated him. Like
I hate him, and I don't even know the guy.
He looks like a Neanderthal. That's why I call him Neanderthal guy. Because his head is just shaped the weird. His head is like shaped like the back of his head just straight, and he has like a little, like this little nubbin on top. It just slants back down.
Wait, so it's just like
yeah, it's like a triangle. Like
his head is shaped like the King of Kong.
Exactly. Freaking hell, and I'm like, I already didn't tolerate him because he was so obnoxious, and like I was like, okay, but he was actually legitimately like really stupid. Because he like, I think I told you one time, like the professor was like, okay, you need to speak to me after class, and I normally stick after class because I'm a cuck. I'm like a student pet, teacher pet, a student pet. So
teacher's cuck.
Yeah, right. A teacher's cuck, exactly. So I'm like, oh crud, really? Piss off, dude. We need a studio. Someone's getting robbed. Welcome to Bedside. Yeah, so like, I stayed behind and she's talking to him. He's like, okay, you haven't done any of the homeworks. What's going on? He's like, yeah, miss, miss, I don't got the textbook. And she was like, it's like 3-4 weeks in and you don't have the textbook. Nah, miss, I don't got it. And he's like super white, but like he's like a valley boy. Like, nah, man. And like,
dude.
Yeah, nah, dude. And then the professor's like, okay, why don't you get the book? Nah, I'm gonna buy it. I swear, I just don't remember the name. You know? And I'm like, and she's like, it's in the syllabus. It's like, nah, yeah, but you give me like a refresher. I'll go buy it. So I'll go buy it. I'll buy it, but like next class. And she's like, okay, why don't you just stick around 5 minutes and like, because I have this chance to talk to other students. It's like, I'll give you like I'll let you take a picture of the textbook and you can go find it in the bookstore. And he's like, nah, man, I can't. I gotta go. I got a flight in 10 minutes. I kid you not. He's like, I got a flight in 10 minutes. I gotta go. What? And I was like,
10 minutes?
I swear, I died. I literally just like, my body, like, the corpse just collapsed. Because that's how stupid it was. He's like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, where's the nearest airport?
Plus, even if you're right next to the airport in 10 minutes,
you're not gonna make it in freaking 10 minutes.
They can't let you in.
And he was trying to like push his way out, like, I gotta go, man. Sorry, I'm going to LA tonight. I got 10 minutes to get to the airport.
You're not gonna get to the airport in 10 minutes.
And I was like, my professor was like, is he serious? My professor was like, he was joking. He's like, what's going on here? Dude just like ran off. I gotta go. Just gotta go to LA tonight. 10 minutes. So no luggage. Just like ran off. And I was like, all right, that happened. Mm-hmm. But let me just tell you about.
I feel like a better excuse would be like he just looks at her and yells, "I'm having a child. I gotta go into labor."
Like at least give it 10 minutes. I gotta go to LA in 10 minutes.
You could have just been like, I gotta go somewhere to meet my family or something.
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
I thought like
no, I gotta go to LA.
There's no possible way that was not a lie.
Or it would be even.
What if it was like, the truth? Like
I wouldn't doubt it. I think he's actually that stupid. I think he thinks that he can catch the airport.
Catch a whole plane in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh! And obviously because he's so stupid. And like this class is super easy. It was super. I got that like an A in that class, but it was so easy. I was like, I'll be honest. Like half of that class was just me staring at him. It's like how does that? I'm like, how does that stupid exist? That's literally what I did in class. I was like, how? Like and like, I don't understand it because he's like. And he's like trying to participate and everything, but the teacher just doesn't want to look at him. And he's like, right here, man, or whatever.
And like she should have just like been in class, just like, I see you want to participate, but I don't want you to, so I'll just give you the points.
She might as well have, but she was like old and like hunchback, so I think she was just like tired of life. At that point, she's like, and she's like, no, she literally asked him. I kid you not. She's like, so she called him. I said, are you like retarded? And like she might be like, oh, and it's like, well, are you like, do you have special needs? If you have special needs, we can arrange something. He's like, nah, I don't got special needs. He got like offended. He's like,
he's not allowed.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not. No, you saying I'm stupid? He's like, no, I'm just saying because you're a little. At first, I was like, the professor was saying that. I was like, holy crap.
That's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing to the professor. He's like, I don't think you're gonna pass this class. You're not gonna graduate. He's like, nah, I'm gonna graduate this semester. I'm like, no. She's like, no, you're not, because you need this class, and I'm not gonna pass it. So I was like, these guys help us. I'm like looking at him, like, how you? And like one time, like he went to go pick up his test, and he saw me looking at him. I was like, ah, crap, don't look eye contact. So I looked away, and this dude, I swear, the dude's seat is like behind me to like my right. Stupid audio podcast. He's like to my like right behind me. So he goes like out of his way. He goes like in front of me because he has to make this like weird U-turn from the table. Mm-hmm. He has to pass me, then go through the things, and then go back to his seat. Mm-hmm. He literally does that. And I was like, dude, just go. Like instead of walking straight to his desk, he goes around. He looks at me, and he's like, yeah, man, you should go to the gym, man. Lose some weight. And he's doing this. He was doing a jerking, right? Because he like blocked the teacher, the professor. That's what I thought. He was like, what's wrong with that? I thought he was like actually retarded. Like, but it was like he was blocking the professor, and he was doing this in front of my desk, like jerking.
He was doing a masturbation gesture.
Yeah.
Why?
Just I don't know. He was just like, yeah. I was like, I was just like that meme, that white guy meme. Was just like looking confused. I was like, and then when he like sat down, I'm like, what just happened? And I had that like whole like SJW moment. I was like, I just got raped.
No, but that's crazy. You talking about the gym and you just did that like jerking motion.
Yeah, because I think I was bulking in that time period or something, or I was doing something. I was like, I was like eating a lot of like protein. Mm-hmm. In every class, I was always eating like beef jerky or something. So he said, yeah, you should lose some weight, go to the gym, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
He did it in low voice.
He said he wanted to go with you to the gym?
No, he was just saying, you should go to the gym, lose some weight.
Maybe just
yeah, but he was like trying to say anything. It looked like he just came up with the first thing that came into his brain. And I'm like, oh, I'm eating beef jerky. And I'm like, what? I was scared of that dude. I was like, I see him, and like the next semester, I saw him walking through campus. I was like, he didn't graduate. He didn't graduate. Shit,
that's crazy. Well, you encounter some weird people when you go to college, man.
College, dude. What did you expect? I don't know what I was expecting.
I've encountered weirder people in my college because this is one dude that always like he doesn't live in my building, but he has friends that live in our building. And one day, let me give you a description of this guy. He has an afro, light skin, short, and he just smells bad.
We're talking like smells like
straight ball sack.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
So not like that homeless smell, just like that. He has a shower, he just doesn't use it.
He smells like he takes baths, but he doesn't use soap. He just sits in the tub.
Yeah. So basically,
he just sits in the tub and he's just like, yeah, that's enough fleas coming off of me.
Dinner's ready.
So basically, he's with his friend. Man, he's like, my friend is literally about to go to class. So my housemate's about to go to class. So I'm in the kitchen. And he's by the door about to go out. He's like, all right. He's looking at me. He's like, all right, I'll see you later. He opens the door. The dude is literally standing outside looking down. No, he's not looking on his phone or looking. He's just looking straight down. Oh my gosh. Like, stand up looking down. So then my friend just closed the door. He's like, oh snap, yo. That dude look like a crackhead, yo, son. So then there was another instance. So my other housemate was waking up in the morning and he opened his blinds and he looked down. And there's the same guy looking up.
It's horrifying.
But the thing is,
that's like some fucking paranormal activity shit.
Yeah, but he thinks his friend is like the dude's friend is upstairs on like directly above him in the window talking to him because he was just talking. Actually, the guy wasn't even talking. He was just looking up because the other guy was talking, but he was like this. Imagine opening your blinds, you see a dude like,
dude that smells like balls, just looking at you.
But he has this walk. I can't really describe his walk, but it's like so distinct. He walks on his tippy toes. He's like this. He walks with his shoulders. He leads with his shoulders.
His whole body is on his shoulders. He's walking.
You know what that walk reminds me of?
What?
You ever seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey? The walk he does.
Oh yeah. He walks like that.
I hope I can put some GIFs or something on top of this just to give it visual.
Yeah.
Just look up fucking How the Grinch Stole Christmas GIFs, like the way he walks. It's pretty much on point.
Yeah, but that's you encounter some weird people, like I said before.
I've said it before. Like, college isn't for everyone, but it's still somewhat of an experience people should like have.
Yeah, you should have, like, even if you don't go away to college.
Yeah,
like just go
to college or something.
Yeah,
just hang out around the place.
Just even if you don't go to college, just like break into the classrooms.
Just bust into
There's people that actually do that though, you know. Like people just like back when I was in Brooklyn College, right? I had this chemistry class, and like it's a big one where like you have like a bunch of rows of seat, right? Mm-hmm. And like this dude just came in out of nowhere, like this is like 5 weeks in, right?
Yeah.
Dude just comes in out of nowhere, sits down, opens his book, and just like starts writing things down. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I have seen it wasn't that many people in the class, but it was still a huge classroom. Like, there was like 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I recognized all of them except for this guy. He just came in, sat down, started taking notes.
Was he a faculty member, like taking notes on the?
Oh no, he had a book bag and everything. He was a student.
Okay.
But,
dude, was he? Are you sure he wasn't writing his manifesto?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck.
Seek heal every once in a while. Dude, I remember some dude I had in like one of the most. I've had a lot of classes, but I think I was the weird one in my.
Most of them.
No, shut up.
All of them.
Yeah, it was my internal language course.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I knew the professor. Me and the professor, like, I studied Korean with her, and we were close. But like, like the kids are like, oh, she doesn't speak English. She's a foreigner. Let's like abuse her. Like abuse that. And I'm like, dude, that's not cool. Like, she's great. So I was always, I swear, I had to defend her in the class. And like, there's this one kid who I swear, every time he talked, like, his voice was at 60 decibels.
Damn.
Like,
hey, yo, teacher, what you doing today?
No, and he doesn't know what's whispering. He's never whispered in his entire life. It's always at 60 decibels.
Like she's teaching and he just whispered to you, hey, yo, what's the answer to number 6?
Exactly. Exactly. And he'll be like, when we do like the group discussions, he's like the only one you can hear. Like the class has to stop talking because he's just like, yeah, so I think the trigonometric and like, oh my gosh. And he was like smart too, but he was really loud. That the professor was like, you can't talk when he's talking. So the professor needs like a megaphone or something, and then she has to like, okay, use your inner voice. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's like if Jerry Seinfeld were like falling constantly. What's the deal with gravity? You know, that's kind of exactly what he sounded like. And dude, he was really smart too. He was smart and loud. He was like Plankton. Like, people want to sound, when people want to smart, they sound loud. Correct. Yeah, something like that. So like, and like, how do you argue? Like, my professor is like, she understands English, but she doesn't like
speak it like fluent. Like,
I mean, she can't keep up with this loud, obnoxious cuck. So she's like, but I can't. I'm like, I don't speak loudly. I'm just like, like, she had a question. He's like, okay, what is revolving? A revolver. A revolver. So like, it's like, is this a noun or a verb or an adjective? That sort of thing. Because it's like intro to the language. So a revolver is, it's a noun, you know, but in like, it can also be used as an adjective and such like that. Mm-hmm. So I put noun, but everybody else put adjective. Mm. So I'm like, she's like, okay, what's answer number 7? And then everyone's like, I didn't say anything because I don't talk in class, but everyone's like, it's an adjective. And my friend was like, what the hell? It's like, no, it's a noun. And like, no, and the loud kid immediately got on the case. He like put on his judge wig, got his hammer out. No, man. And he's like, a revolver. He literally spent like 3 minutes breaking down the concept of a revolver gun. Mm. He was breaking out the mechanics. He was like, no, you look inside the revolver. Like, it revolves inside the chamber. And like, he's like, gave this breakdown. And that's why it's called a revolver. It's actually an adjective. And then like, she's like, and everyone was like, this one kid was like, he Googled it. Holy crap, he's right. Yes, we got it right. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's like, it's super obvious for one reason. I'll get to it. I'll get to the reason why they're all wrong. Because it was super like, how are you that stupid? Like, everyone was so desperate to get that one point that they were literally all like in a riot. And they're like, no, he's right. It's like, oh, he's totally got that right. And my professor was about to say, she was about to break in. I felt so bad for her. Because she was fighting against like a classroom of retarded kids. And she's like, oh, well, okay. And I'm like, no. I just said no. It's wrong because the R is capitalized. Therefore, it's a noun. The whole class just shut up. It's like, the first letter's capitalized. That makes it a noun. why are you so stupid? Why are you all stupid? And I'm like, I just broke, and everyone just stared at me, glared at me. They were just like, listen, I robbed them with those 2 points. And that test they all got like a 57 on.
What'd you get?
I passed that class with like flying college, dude. That was a super easy class. But like, I don't know what's up with the college students, because they always have this thing where like, a professor will be like, they have like a 20 paragraph essay. You're like, oh, maybe you should make it 19. Would that make it easier? And everyone's like flipping their tables. Yes, please, I beg of you. And it was like, it's one paragraph. They will literally just like kill someone just to make it easier. And I'm like, dude, it's not hard.
The thing is, like, college students want to make it easier because they have a lot of things going on, and then, like, say for me, as example, like, I had a 8-page paper to do, and I was like, yo, this is mad hard, because it's for persuasion.
Okay.
And another paper for rhetoric and criticism. So I had to, like, discuss, like, this rhetorical act. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if I can do this, because, like, it was pretty hard. Mm-hmm. And I'm asking the professor for mad help. I'm like, yo, can you help me with this, help me with that? And I'm just like, if I could make it easier, I would have been like, yo, make that 5 pages instead of 8 pages. Because it's just like you got to balance a lot of things in college. And, like, some people just can't handle that. Maybe that's why they just don't. Maybe.
But it gets to the point where it's, like, petty, I think.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you do it, like, the petty way, like, yeah.
Like, they were literally fighting so hard for one point. And it wasn't even hard. I didn't have to think about it because I saw the word. Mm-hmm. What is revolver? I don't know what it is. I didn't know it was an adjective. I don't care. I'm like, okay, what is it? I literally look at the first letter of the word. Capitalized. It's a noun. Because all the other ones weren't capitalized. Like, there were some that, like, if it was an adjective, it wouldn't be capitalized. If it was an adverb. But the nouns were capitalized. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't require rocket science. But then, like, these kids are literally, like, forcing their own answer against this woman that's, like, can't defend herself. And I was like... And that's why, like, and I was saying, like, I was like the black sheep in that class. Everyone hated me from then on. Mm-hmm. Because, like, it wasn't a hard class, but, like, kids, for whatever reason, they didn't go to the second grade.
They skipped the second grade and went straight to college.
Right? So they're just like, I don't get, what's an adjective?
I've heard people, they say, oh, what's a noun? What's the adjective? Because, like, in the linguistic classes or, like, any language class, like, the professor would be like, okay, this, you gotta use this. Like, in my French class, you gotta be like, you gotta use, certain, like, articles for adjectives, blah, blah. And then someone was like, yo, what's the adjective? I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, damn, I don't know. He's like, why are you asking me?
Dude, that reminds me, there's some there's some teachers that's actually, like, you know how, like, students are desperate for points and everything? There's a teacher that pretty much, like, based his whole, lecture and everything on points and, like, sort of, like, giving them what they want but not really. Mm-hmm. So, like, this was the class, like, I took, like, this semester. It's Intro to Business 101 because, like, I thought it was, like, it'll be interesting to know, like, business and everything. Mm-hmm. And this guy was giving away points like fucking coupons. Like, he was just like, oh yeah, for every homework that you do, you get half a point on the final. And, like, he gave out 50 homework, so that's 25 free points just for doing all your homework. Wow. And, like, he was just like, yeah, I'll give you, like, so and so, and, like, oh, class participation, you get a point. Somebody pointed me wrong, you get a point for class participation. He was giving them
tell me the name of that professor, because I think I know exactly who that is. Okay.
You just me know.
Yeah,
I remembered his name. Like, it's Mr. Smith, and, like, I don't know why. Like, oh yeah, I remember why I remember his name so vividly. It's because, like, we were on the topic of stocks and shit, and, like, he showed us his stock in Tootsie Rolls, and it just said, yeah, he's a business professor.
Yeah, but he has stocks in Tootsie Roll.
Yeah,
stocks in Tootsie Roll.
Wait, is he making money off of that?
Oh no, yeah, he's making Tootsie Roll's fucking huge. Like,
I mean, nobody likes Tootsie Rolls.
Nobody likes Tootsie Roll, but that's how they play it smart. They bought other, like, companies, like, what is it? Crybabies?
Oh, so Tootsie, like, bought everything.
The Tootsie Corporation. Yeah. Like, they didn't buy everything, but they, like, a lot of fucking, like,
candy,
candy, like, comes from them. Like, you know those, blow pops?
Yeah.
That's Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I knew that was Tootsie Roll, but I didn't know others.
And I think, like, maybe Wonka's also Tootsie Roll, I'm not sure. But, like,
let's get some Bitcoins on this, dude.
Yeah, dude, like,
I got Bitcoins.
Oh gosh.
No, but yeah, this teacher was just like, that's why I remember his name. And like, this teacher was just giving away points like nothing. And I was just like, but why?
I have a funny story. So
college.
my novel and tales professor, he gives like random tests based on like what you read, because it's like you gotta read a book and then have a test on it, or a pop quiz as they say. So basically, I didn't read. I was just too lazy that night. I was like, I don't feel like reading. So there's a pop quiz. And I was like, damn, I don't know. He's like, describe what this character did in this chapter, and I didn't read the chapter. So I'm like, I wrote down, I don't know what the character did. I didn't read. And literally the next day, the next class, he gave me back the paper I wrote on. It said C+ for honesty.
Oh, he sounds great.
Dude, I would love a teacher like that.
Yo, like,
dude, that reminds me about the business class. I'm still on this fucking like professor for no reason, but like, there were so many people struggling with the class. Like, they were like, "Oh, the homework's too hard. Oh, like he's going too fast. Oh, I can't do this and that." So the midterm comes around, right? Like this, like people got like more angry after the midterm. And like, only 3 students got 100% on the midterm, but only one of them was like a true 100%. Like every other person that got like 100% or high grade was because of like extra points because of their homework and participation and shit. Like he would give out like points like fucking hotcakes, like I said.
Right.
And so like, the whole time, like, he's giving back the test, I'm like, oh, dude, I got a 70 because I don't do this guy's homeworks. I don't do the reading. I just show up and that's it.
Oh my gosh.
I was just, like, ready for, like, a fucking 60, and I'm just, like, and I'm looking around and I'm like, who's that 100? Because somebody's going to yell out, yeah, I got 100. And he gives me back my test, and I'm just like, oh shit, the 100's me.
Yeah!
Yeah, I got 100!
No, I didn't. I try to hide it because I know people don't like me.
I would have been like, yo, I got 100. What y'all gonna do about it?
Right.
Fight me.
I'm the alpha male.
You all are beta males.
It felt like that. It felt like that because like I was the only one that got like 100. Like because I answered everything right. Everybody else, like, there was even a question that like nobody was supposed to even get right because like it was like material.
What?
Yeah, he put a question. He was like, "Oh, that question was a mistake. It shouldn't have been there. Like anybody who got that wrong, you still got that right." And I looked at the question, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I got that right."
No, imagine if someone just like got a 0, like because they still.
I think people got zeros. Like that's how.
I've seen classes like that, dude.
Yeah, there are people that like genuinely get zeros because
I keep telling you guys that English professor I had, I'm not kidding, he failed half the class on the last day of class because like the research paper was like 50% of the grade. But like, so like if you, and he would fail you if you had a punctuation out of place.
Oh no!
I saw kids cry, dude. I saw kids cry because like they were doing so well, they were doing perfect, and all I had to do was the thing was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you messed up your citation," and they just get an F.
Damn.
Oh no, yeah, you can't mess up the citation though.
Yeah.
No, but that's
plagiarism if like you fuck it up.
I know, but like the format itself, like damn, that's weighted heavy.
Yeah, dude, and like I was horrified, and my professor was like, I told him, I'm like, yeah, dude, this is terrifying. I checked my paper like 6 times. He's
Wait,
like,
what style was it?
MLA.
MLA. I have to write every paper in APA. It sucks.
I need to get started in APA.
Good.
But yeah, let's end up this podcast with you.
Hold on, wait. Can I finish testing though?
Right.
I literally like went up to the professor after class and I was like, "You sure this is right? Like, I don't see any marks saying that like any of the questions were wrong or anything. Like, are you sure you got this right?"
You made a mistake. You put a 1 and a 0 in front of my 0.
He was so upset with the fucking 100 that I got too. Like, I can feel it from him because I never did any of his homeworks up to that point.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just like, "Yeah, you got 100," and he gave me that fucking face to like, I know you got 100 just because like you answered everything right, but I think you're a sack of shit. Like, I don't like it.
I know you cheated somehow. I'm gonna find out. Some security cameras. Oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds horrible.
God, it was so bad. Like I didn't want to show up to class after that because I was just like, I got 100 and like I know the teacher doesn't like me.
I mean, I've never had a teacher that didn't like me though. Because I took a friend, you know, Brian, the guy that was here.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know him, he was the guy that was in the.
He's Simone in a noose.
Yeah, no, the new was it the
message for you?
Yeah, message for you one.
He's that random guy in the corner.
Hi, Guy Jenkins, that guy.
Yeah.
I took the class with him. He's like, I've been friends with him since I was a kid, and he's like, dude, you don't do any homework. You don't you don't do anything. How do you keep passing these classes with like B's and A's? And I'll say, like, oh, let's take a class together. And he said, now I know how, because you're a cuck. And you butter up to the teacher and everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, no, because you're super polite and everything. And, like, you don't argue with a professor and you you don't plead or anything. You're just like, yeah, I do it. It's like, you can fail me. Go ahead. I understand. The curriculum demands this. And he's like, and the professor starts feeling bad. No, don't worry about it, dude. Here, let me put an A on this here.
He crossed out the F with a crayon.
He does that stupid thing which just like makes the F into an A in a bizarre way. He's like, oh, there you go, dude. I forged it for you. There's my signature, yeah. Let's finish up with like my favorite Devon's Thirsty Planet, that course. My favorite story, dude.
Yeah, so I took this class called Thirsty Planet. It's the study of water.
Why?
Yeah, study of water. Where water comes from.
A whole semester of just studying water.
Hell yeah.
Most one has a class like that too, but it's not Thirsty Planet. That's the funniest thing.
Yeah, Thirsty Planet. So we talk about like aquifers and like water, like all the water.
Fracking.
So basically, I took this class with my friend, and we sat together like. Nobody was in the class, and it was a huge lecture hall. Like, nobody was in the class. It was just me, my friend, and, 10 other people. In 100 seated.
minimum.
Yeah, so basically, this guy, his name, I can't say his name, but he's just this guy that looks very sad in life. So we just make fun of him saying, oh, yo, this guy... probably sad because nobody cares about water. He dedicated his life studying water. So
stay hydrated.
Is this the guy who started the stay hydrated meme?
Imagine. So basically, we say, what if we go to his office and literally it's just empty with a globe in the middle without any landmass on it. It's just blue globe with water. And it's like a picture of a dolphin and a motivational quote that says keep swimming or some shit. It's like a dolphin in mid jump into the thing.
Every desk has a glass of water.
I feel like he looks at a Nat Geo fucking magazine. He's just like, one day, my love.
One day he just strokes it while crying.
I wish I had enough to be a marine biologist.
Alright, anyways. So one day, every time he asks a question and nobody answers, you feel sad. He would be like, "Hey, what do you think about water? Do you know how water get purified?" And they were like, and nobody just answers. And he's like, "Guys, anybody?"
I feel like
you just start. He's about to tear up. So. Basically,
I feel like he masturbates to pictures of oceans. He's just like, that's
hey,
hey,
we don't pick our kinks anyway.
You're just born with an ocean fetish. Hey, dear, hey, babe, do me a favor, just paint yourself blue. Just call yourself Atlantic for the next 24 hours.
So he's 24 years. So
his wife with her friends, he's just like, he has a Smurf fetish. He makes me paint myself blue.
Speaking of wife, so he's like, imagine if his wife just left him for a marine biologist instead of a water biologist. The dude she left him with.
He actually goes into the ocean, not like he stays on the shore.
He actually studies animals in the ocean. Oh my god!
He actually goes. So he doesn't just go to the beach and just stare longingly at the ocean.
So what do? You just measure water to see how much of it is whale cum.
No, you just measure water to see how much of it is actual water.
10% weed, 10% seed. Anyways, so basically, one day he asked oh, what do you call the thing that's underground? And the answer's aquifer or something. Right. So, no, it wasn't that question. It was he asked who was a business major in here for some reason. I forgot why he asked that. So I just pointed. My friend was he didn't want to raise his hand because he's a business major. He's like, I'm not raising my hand. So I'm I shouted up this guy is. So literally, the teacher literally ran up to him. He's like, yes, you. He went up to his face. He's 2 inches from his face. Oh he's like, dude, what do you think about this?
What do you think about the ocean?
That's the thing he does. Every time he asks a question and someone raises their hand, he runs to them yes, you. What do you think?
Social interactions.
Say if someone's up, you know how lecture halls are like that. So basically, what if someone answers raise their hand? He walks up. He's like, you. What do you think? And he's like, I
I'm
don't
not
know.
crazy, right? I'm not crazy.
I feel like he waits for the mailman, like, inside his house, just like...
That's how he spends his afternoons. He's looking through the shades, waiting for the mailman for some human interaction.
Yeah.
He sees him coming around, he goes out the fucking door, and he's just like, do I have any mail? Do I have any mail?
No, he's just
Social
like,
interaction.
He runs up to the mailman. The mailman just freaked out. He's like, hey. Hey. Do you have any mail? Yeah.
So who delivers your mail?
Do you have a chain of mailmen? Or maybe a P.O. box? Oh,
Yo, but that's Thirsty Planet in a nutshell.
Dude, yeah.
It's the easiest class ever, but it's so boring.
Dude, fucking course titles just get to me. Like, they try to sell you courses, and it's just like, the course titles are so misleading. Like, there's one that was on political science. Mm-hmm. And it was just like missiles, wars, and mayhem, and like... and I was just like...
Dude, Brooklyn has it worse. Like what is
that? That's the title that it was from Brooklyn College.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Brooklyn College is really stupid with their names. Like, I was looking at one. It was called The Beast Within. What the hell is this?
Yeah,
it's a sociology class or something.
Makes the courses and names in my school team. Like, there's one called, I mean, it's pretty obvious. One called Sex and Gender. Right. There's another one called, what else? It's just something else. It's like, Tales of Romance or some romantics or something like that. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. But yeah, names are stupid.
it's just the naming, like, gets to me. Like, it's so misleading for what it really is. Like, learn to make meth, chemistry 101.
Yeah, we should probably, like, learn, because our skit names are trash, too.
Oh, God, yeah.
For the first time, we had skits in the name. For a while, because Brian was like, Brian, that's a poor boy, by the way. Brian.
See, that's why I took a business class, to learn advertising, too.
By the way, Brian, if you don't know him, he's
he's the one that gives bad names.
He's the one with the long hair.
Pedophile, yeah.
He's the one that has a hat that for some reason never
in every skit. Every time I see Brian, he has that stupid hat on. He has a stupid beanie.
Dude, I don't even think he has hair underneath. Like, I swear to God.
What do you mean he doesn't have hair? You see the hair coming out from under the hat. He just
Maybe he's like one of those medieval monks where it's like bald on top of his hair. Oh my God.
No, he's just attached to the hat.
Like, he takes it off.
You know how like the dreadlocks and the kufi, the fake kufi
Yeah.
and the dreadlocks? That's how his hat. That's how his hair
takes off his hat and like there's no scalp. It's
just a bird.
Oh my gosh. Man, we love you, Brian. You better be here next week. Okay, that's the end of this podcast, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We actually finished a bit early, I'd say. We had like the 47 mark.
We could keep going.
We could, but we're not going to.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we've got lives, Kevin. All right.
Yeah, dude, I gotta go open up for a plumber. Like, my dad called me like halfway through it, and he's just like, "Hey, are you home? Because the plumber's coming in an hour." And I'm just like, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, we should get going. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys. Hopefully next week if we're like not dead. Yeah. All right.
Don't rob a bank.
All right.
Do drugs.
I can't get out of my house.